What is up? Welcome in to the Early Edge in 5. I am your host, Allan Bell. We have a fantastic July 4th episode lined up for you. And I'll tell you what, let's not waste any time. Let's bring in the stars of the show and get this thing started here. And you know what? It's just me. It's just me today. All right. Just me, you, and we're going to get right after it. So, everybody, load up the chat. We're going to go extended show as we do when we can create chaos here. And really, there's nobody else around because it's a holiday. And I wanted to make sure that everyone was off and could enjoy their time here. So, I'll tell you what, how we're going to do this is there's really no rules. All right. I'm going to give you my plays. I've got 3 picks here. All right. It's going to be the fastest recap screen in the history of life. All right. And then in the chat, if you have a play, dude, put it in there. If you have a question about anything, games today, the early edge, CBS Sports HQ, anything, early edge behind the scenes, whatever it may be, drop it in there and we will talk about it. Really anything. Hot dogs. Can you eat 10 hot dogs in a row? Joey Chestnut knocked down 62 today, comes under the 72 and a half and under the world record of 76 and a half. So I'll tell you what. All right. Let me give you my 3 plays, and I'll go ahead and put the recap screen up here so that you can see. You know what? We're going right back to the well. Braves team total over 4.5 minus 135. Matt Olson over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs plus 105. And Ronald Acuna over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs plus 105 as well. I believe that the Braves are going to get after Shane Bieber today. And what a weird Braves game that it was last night, right? Like we saw home run after home run after home run of everyone basically below 6 or more in the lineup. So that's what I've got here. All right. You know, we're going right after it. So, okay, let me drop. Those are good. Those are our plays. That's what we've got. All right. Now, like I said, anybody drop questions in the chat. I'll get to as many as possible here. If I don't know the answer in terms of the question that you're asking, like if it's a sport that I don't know, I'm not going to feed you anything, but we can find out. So, all right, let's see. Skyliner says, just catch my Yankees Orioles over 8.5. Well done on that one. Steve says, AB, you got a better promo than Coach for SportsLine. You talking about a promo code or just promoting SportsLine? Which one? Let's see. Jeff says, what's actually wrong with EC? Look, we had EC's mom on, not on the show, but she came on after the show. And she's a sweet woman, man. It's hilarious. She's awesome. Let's see. Alan says, would you take Atlanta team total at 5? Yes, but I'll say this, man. Like, there's going to come a time where the Braves offense drops. And we might be seeing it right now. They're on the road. They're in Cleveland. I wouldn't go much above that. I mean, I'm playing over 4.5, so we need to get 5. But, yeah, man, like, I'd be careful. But then again, it's the Braves. They can prove me wrong. They can be dumb here. Let's see. Berg says, hi, AB. Hi, Berg, my boy here. Okay. So how about let's pull up some stats here. You guys want to take a look at some numbers in terms of top 5s for tonight? How do we do that? Let's see if we can pull this up here. All right, so today, and some of these games obviously might have already been going on. Pete Alonso, these are home runs, top 5 Pete Alonso, according to these SportsLine simulations. Pete Alonso, Salvador Perez, Shohei Ohtani, Matt Olson, Kyle Schwarber, still in bases, Ronald Acuna. He had one last night, Bobby Witt, Esteury Ruiz, Jake McCarthy, and Starling Marte. Shohei Ohtani, in terms of pitching strikeouts here, projected at 8.99. Max Scherzer, 6.9. Aaron Nola, 6.78. Jesus Luzardo, 6.4, and Lucas Giolito at 6.16. So I'm going to kind of leave this up here if anybody has any thoughts. I'm just going to answer some questions, man, in the chat. All right. Steve says, promo code. Yep. So use promo code. Let's see. Use promo code. All right. Early should get you 30 free days. So try that right now. Check it. It should work. EARLY. That should get you 30 days for free. Check that one. Make sure that it is still live, but it should be good to go. Let's see. Any status on Acuna after the injury when he slid in the second last night, stayed in the game. Nothing that I've heard. I mean, he's in the lineup tonight, so, we'll find out. But this is also one of those things that we'll find out closer to first pitch. Let's see. All right. I really like the Pirates at plus 205 tonight. How about you, AB? That is from Dylan. I'll tell you what, man. Let's just look at the SportsLine simulations here. Because the Pirates, man, Hold on, let me pull this on the screen so everybody can see. Let me get this out of here. Let's see. Stop screen. Present. Share screen. I don't have any huge thoughts on the Pirates. Like, I haven't broken it down. It's not a game that I was looking at, but let's take a look here. All right. So hopefully everybody can see this. Pull it up here and I'll enlarge it so we can see. All right, so we got Mike Barner. He's on the other side on the Dodgers. All right, I'm not going to go against my guy here. Game he played Los Angeles, significant Dodgers 25-15 at home. Pirates only 17-24 on the road. One of the reasons why the Dodgers have been so successful at home is that they have the fifth highest home OPS in baseball, except for the scoring bunches against Ortiz, was a bloated 1.65 whip and has recorded just 31 strikeouts over 50 in a third innings. Dodgers starter Met Sheehan has a 0.82 whip over 3 starts since being called up. So this has the makings of a lopsided win for Los Angeles. I'll tell you what, man, I'm not going to go against my guy here. So, I'm going to roll with Barner on that one. Yep. Let me know if you guys want me to put that back up. I can throw it up here. But yeah, man, just going to go through some some questions. Is this the 1 hour AB show? Yeah, pretty much, dude. Pretty much. It really is. All right. So let's see. Fireside Chat with AB could be a new show. Now, dude, we're talking. All right. Now we're talking. Now, I'll tell you what. While we drop some questions in the chat, let me go over a couple things that you've seen with the early edge over the last 5 or 6 months. So first off, let's start with CBS Sports HQ. All right. So you've heard Coach talk for basically a year that we were starting a new network, and you're starting to see more and more of it roll out. Essentially, you've seen us when I say early edge folks jump on CBS Sports HQ throughout the day and the night. You're going to see even more of that, right? And the goal is to really essentially take over as much as possible to turn CBS Sports HQ, especially during the fall, into not only informative information in regards to games, not just betting, right? Like you're going to see guys like Brady Quinn. You're going to see guys like Will Brinson, breaking down games, but you're also going to see the betting angle as well. And essentially what we want to create is, you remember what ESPN News used to be? Like that's what we want to become, is your default essentially, right? So throughout the day at any time, you can pull up CBS Sports HQ and you can find us. You can find everyone across the CBS Sports brands breaking down the games and everything on the board for that day, right? Like you're not going to get, just information of the Cowboys or the Yankees, right? Like we're going to be going through everything. So we want to kind of become what ESPN News used to be. So that's kind of the goal there. You're seeing it more and more, and it's going to continue. Now, understand, that's not going to affect any single thing of what you see and how you digest the early edge, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on podcasts. Like none of that's going to change. You know what I mean? But we're just adding more and more to the plate so that at any moment, at any time during the day, you can get us, at least some of us, right, and have that in your pocket. So that's what we have there. Let's see. Dylan says CBS Sports HQ is the go-to already. Dude, I appreciate you saying that. And like, honestly, man, like there's so many people behind the scenes that have been working really hard on it. Obviously, you've seen all of us working really hard, on those shows. And that's what we want to do. And it's still like coming around, right? Like we've only just begun. So we're going to continue to do more and more. And this fall is going to be awesome, man. So I can't wait for that. It's going to be great. All right. Steve says, boom, code early worked, AB. Thank you, dude. Thank you, honestly, man. And if you have any questions about the site, let me know. Also, I'll say, if anyone is new to SportsLine, or you've been a member for a while, and I'm talking about like on the site, I have a video on there I did about a year and a half ago of walking through the entire site and breaking down how to maximize your subscription. I'll put that on Twitter after the show, but it's a good informational piece that it was me and I think like 10 people joined live, and we just kind of walked through it. So that video is up there. You could sit there and watch. We go through pretty much every section of the site. If anyone has any questions, let me know, man. Like I'll walk through it with you. Like we could do that live for sure. Okay, let's see. So we got here. Rick says, I just played Larry's first 5. All right. HQ today. There we go. Let's see. Love to see the Wizard Rod. Dude, Kenny White is the dude. He is awesome, man. Like, I love when Kitty is on, and you're obviously going to see more and more of him. He is the truth. This dude, him and Micah Roberts have some of the best stories of old school gambling. Mike has told me stories of, when he was working in sports books, back in the day, La Cosa Nostra, right? Where you would have, let's just say, connected people hitting the phones, the bank of phones right there in the book as lines moved. Awesome stories, man. I want to get them on there and just let them tell some of them, dude, because you guys would love them for sure. Let's see. Matty Boy says that video, if he's talking about how to use the site better, highly recommend. Dude, I appreciate it, and I hope that it does. And like I said, it is a year and a half old. Not that the site has changed by any means, but if anybody would like to do, like, if everybody would like to get together and do another one, man, like, I'm totally in for that, man, for sure. Let's see. Let's see. Houston. All right, hold on one second. Let's take a look at Houston here. Let's bring up a game. All right, so let's see. Man, Houston's starting to swing the bat. I mean, that was a wild game last night between them and what was it, the Rangers there? They're 12-11. All right, Houston's red hot. Haven't won 5 of the last 6 games. All right, this is our man Prop Stars. He's on Houston money line -190. Heavy juice there. We'll see. 1 live, 5 of the last 6 games, 48 runs in the process. Houston's just 3 games back of the first place Rangers after winning 3 of 4 from Texas. Astros now take on Rockies 13-29 on the road. Kyle Freeland will be on the mound for Colorado. Yeah, you can read that there. So look, man, again, I'm not gonna go against my dude here. Prop Stars fees on Houston. I'm gonna roll with that one there. All right, let's see. How do we get let's see. My man Scott says, need help getting HQ in Canada. Yeah, look, okay. So that's a real problem for sure, man. We're working on that. We're working on it. I am not smart enough technical wise to break down exactly all the issues with that, but I assure you, my man, that is something that's definitely been brought up, and it's definitely something that they're working on getting here. Let's see. CapQuest says, always miss y'all live. Never seen catch you guys on CBS Sports HQ. Yeah, man. So I tell you what, let me pull this up here real quick. I think we've got some guys tonight. Yep. So at 6 p.m. Eastern, the Maestro, Larry Hartstein, and Zach Simony, they are both on. You can watch it if you get the Paramount Plus app, CBS Sports app, or you can go to cbssports.com/live and watch it there. And yeah, man. All right, so let's see here. Driver says, let's go Braves. Wish it was in the A for the fireworks. Dude, I know, right? It would be great at Truist for sure, man. Definitely would. Alicia says, Alicia, hello. I was with SportsLine from 2020 and never knew this was all connected. Absolutely. And that's essentially what we're trying to do. What we're working on in the background here is bringing all of this together, right? So it all started with SportsLine with the site. Then we started doing the Early Edge show. Then we started doing Early Edge in 5. And then obviously, connecting it to CBS Sports HQ. So that's what we want to do, essentially. Like I said, man, like we want to bring everything together and connect it so that throughout the day at any time, you could get on and catch one of us, right? So that's what we're working on. It's coming together now. You've got so much more coming, but I definitely wanted to get that one there. Let's see here. Says, I know my poor Rangers. That was a tough one last night. You guys scored a lot of runs. It's tough to lose that one. Allison asks, when will MLB prop bets and first fives be on the site? All right, so definitely working on that. Been working on that. I don't have a date for you, but I assure you it is coming soon. That's the next big piece that's coming to the website. So I don't have a date for you, but yeah, that's the next thing that is coming for sure. Brian says, appreciate y'all driving the early schedule for HQ in the episode. Super helpful, dude. We're working like we've got it consistent now. We're working on getting better on it. And that comes honestly with everybody that's working on producing all of these shows, because a lot of times there's not a lot of lead time there. So yeah, we're getting better at it for sure. And I swear, my man, we will stay consistent with that one. Let's see. My man Jeff says, we need an early edge golf outing. Let's take over Bellmead. Dude, Bellmead Country Club. You know about that area, man. Bellmead's a nice area. It's a real nice area for sure. I thought you were going to say Governor's Club, which is also a nice area. We used to go fishing in that pond in the front of Governor's Club. They kicked me out like 100 times. So, yeah, man. Yeah, good call on Bell Mead there. Let's see. Rick says, the coach said on the morning show he played all the MLB sims yesterday and went 9-1. Dude, A grades have been he says he played all of them. I mean, the A grades lately have been smashing, man. They have been really, really good. 9-1, dude, that's strong, especially if it's considering A and B grades for there. Mike says, what is the estimated timing for the football preview shows? Great question. Okay, so we've been talking about that, me, Coach, and Snake, about when to plan for those. So those are going to start at the beginning of August. All right, so I wanted to do them early, but Coach countered it, and he had a good point. Is he was like, let's at least wait till we get closer to training camp, that we know a little bit more in free agency. And I agreed, right? So, yeah. So at the beginning of August, we're going to start knocking out all of those future shows. And I'll let you know when we get those on the schedule for sure. Let's see. Joe says, best beard. Dude, I was supposed to shave today, and we had some issues. Had some issues at the house, and then, yeah, man, just didn't happen. But you know what? It's a holiday. I'm going to shave tonight for sure. But, dude, I like having the beard too, man. Kind of feels good. Even though I've got some gray in here, though. Got to do something about that. Alicia says, hello. 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 I like Alicia. She's so much fun. And your son knocking out those parlays. Cake work. He was crushing them. Let's see. Ernesto, happy 4th of July, B. Thank you so much for broadcasting on highlight. Man, absolutely, right? Like, wanted to make sure that we came live. Obviously, we had some picks, and I didn't want to make anyone else really have to work this afternoon. Shout out to everyone that smashed out the morning show. And yeah, man, like, of course, wouldn't leave this at all. We're definitely going to come every single day, but wanted to make sure everyone had holidays off too. So, yep. Just as Taylor says, HQ does loop the shows after, right? For right now at times, right? So during the day, you're going to see some live and you're going to see some that loop for sure. And that all goes back to kind of what I was saying in terms of the content, is that we're building out the shows throughout the day, right? And, getting all the talent and everything lined up. So, yeah, you'll see a little bit of that, but more and more as it goes, it's all going to be live programming. I mean, nothing's going to be out of date. Trust me on that one, right? Like, it's all going to line up, and you'll see clips and different things from, say, this show, from, the Pick Six podcast show, Josh Pate, Late Kick. Like, you're going to see everything that's relevant for that day. So when we say loop, it's not going to be anything that, is, information that you can't use. It'll always beat that one for sure. Let's see here. Elliot says, do you utilize SportsLine app for all data, or do you have your own data or sites to use? Great question. All right, let me show you a site that I live by. So obviously, SportsLine, I love it. All the simulations, everything, all of our guys, trust me, right? It's our site. And I mean, I used SportsLine before, I even worked here. But let me say this. There's another site, and let me pull it up real quick. And if you guys, I'll drop you the link in here too. So it's called StatFox, and I don't know if anyone has used this or is familiar with this, but let me pull this up so that you guys can see, because this site is, I'm not going to lie, man, it's awesome. I use this site a ton here. So, okay. Sorry, let me pull it up so everybody can see. Let me take the question off here. Add to stream. Okay. All right, so 1 second. Hold on. All right, so this site right here, StatFox, right? Now, let me pull it up a little bit more so you can see. We'll use the Braves game as an example. So this site covers every sport, obviously. It's just got great data, great trends. And not that we live, all off of trends, but it really does have good data. So here is the game page here for tonight. All right, so hopefully everybody can see this. Yeah, let me get it a little more blown up here, because I know it's tough to see. The site has a ton. So, all right, so you can see some key performance information here, on both teams, where they're at. Road games, home games, July games, etc. I mean, not a lot different than what you see on SportsLine, but here's really where you could start to dig in. All right, so you can take a look at Atlanta here. Runs scored, runs given up, all games, road games versus right-handed starters. Their last 7 games, Braves averaging 6.6 runs per in their last 7, only giving up 1.7. You'll see the same thing for the opposing team here. Hopefully you could see this, that the numbers come up. Again, you can see bullpen pitching statistics, great information in regards to both teams. You can look at starting pitchers here. Again, information that you'll have. Recent results, for each team, for said pitchers. And you can keep going and keep going and keep going. So let me drop this link in the chat. And you can kind of take a look when you get off, because I know that it is tough to see for sure. But yeah, man, like this is a good site. I really like using this site. They've got a lot of information. Mike, I don't know if I can answer that question. It's got a lot of good information. So to answer your question, I love this site for sure, especially during NFL season and college football as well. They've got really good stuff. Also, you could pull up their Fox sheet page here, and you can dig in just a little more. And this is what I like to see in terms of teams, of how they're hitting and how many runs, etc., what they're giving up on the defensive side. So you could take a look here and see anything in green obviously is good. Anything in red obviously is not so good, right? So you could scroll through here and see. I won't do the entire thing, but I dropped the link in the chat. And yeah, to answer the question, man, like this is a site that I love to use because it has, just good information and, as much info as possible that you can have. Beyond just SportsLine, 100%, man. Good info there. Mike asks, is M Squared on vacation? He is. Mike's on vacation, I think, until like the 16th or 17th, which is much deserved. Let me say, everyone here at SportsLine works a ton. Mike works a ton. This dude is constantly working on things for the site, things for the show, you name it. So, Mike, absolutely, man. Definitely deserve that vacation there. Let's see. Chris forgets. AB, the site never has Ohtani's hitting projections on days he is pitching. You know what? That's actually been brought up, and let me work on getting that fixed because I agree. Definitely needs to get that updated. Big J Parlay, what's good, my man? Thanks for doing this on the 4th. Have a new favorite drink to share with us. Ooh, okay. All right. So, first off, man, happy 4th of July to you, and happy 4th of July to everyone in the chat. Let me quickly say that on behalf of all of us, happy Independence Day, and especially everyone who served and everyone who served with their families as well, because we know that anybody who has a family member that serves, like you serve with them, you know what I mean? Like you kind of do that time while they're away. And I understand. Well, I don't understand because I've never done it, but I respect the nerves, man, and the pressure and all of that goes into it. Look, again, I've never served, haven't had a family member that served, so I'm not going to put myself in those shoes. What I am just going to say is thank you from all of us, sincerely, because it is what it is, man. It's tough. That is a big sacrifice. Whether you gave it all, came back, all of it in between, man. Just thank you. I don't have any better words, honestly. Stumbling on them because it's just such a tough thing. It's a big thing to be thankful for, but I understand and respect how big that it is. So thank you. Absolutely. Now, happy 4th of July to you. New favorite drink. All right. So I've been big on Big Reds. You've seen that on the show. Also, the body armor. All right. So I wasn't big on them, but quite frankly, it was Amags that got me on them because every time on the show, he was drinking an orange mango, right? And I saw it and I was like, all right, dude, I got to try these because I keep seeing them at the gas station. Cherry lime, I think, might be my favorite. Blackout berry is good. What was the other one? Strawberry banana. That one's solid. And then the orange mango that Amags drinks. Yeah. So the body armor, I've been drinking a ton of those. They've been solid for sure. Let's see what else we have. Dude, chocolate milk. Steve. Chocolate milk. 100%. I love chocolate milk. It's weird. I don't drink a lot of regular milk, but I will definitely hammer down chocolate milk. I love chocolate milk for sure. Tina says, Big J has had enough to drink. Doesn't need any more ideas. Oh, my goodness. All right. Tina, that might be the best comment on the planet for that. Alicia, happy 4th, and thank you 100%. And understand your son is in the Navy, I believe, correct? So sincerely thank you, thank him, and again, everyone that is involved with that. Again, I don't have the words for it because, quite frankly, there aren't words for it, but just know on behalf of all of us here, we're very, very thankful. And this is the greatest country on earth, and very proud to be called an American. And you guys have a lot to do with that. So, for real, thank you on that one. Let's see. Joe says, because I suck, the Mariners my kryptonite. Dude, okay, so here's a question. Everybody has those teams that, like, you just can't get on the right side of. In college football, it was LSU for me. And weirdly enough, LSU college baseball, we bet them like every single game throughout the year. But for some reason, college football, like, I just couldn't get on the right side of it, man. Couldn't get on the right side at all. Brian says, thank you, AB. You're great. Hey, Brian, man, I appreciate you, buddy. But you know what? I throw it back to you, and I throw it back to everybody in the chat, man. Like, you guys, let me say this. All right, I'm glad that you said that. And not for me. I appreciate you saying that for sure. But I take in a lot of other shows, and not only like sports betting shows, but all kinds of different genres on YouTube, right? And you can tell immediately, like, which ones have good chats, which ones don't. Like, understand, I know you hear me say that this is the best chat in the game, and some people might think, oh, he's just saying that. Like, I'm not. Honestly, I'm not. And one, it's because you make this show what it is. You absolutely do. And number two, this is, and I think everyone can agree with this, this is one of the only chats on earth that's positive, right? Like, how many chats do you go to? And it's just like the first 3 minutes are, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? And then just negative. Like, this chat is never that. And I see you all the time putting in your bets, which please absolutely always do that. Number two, helping out the new audience members and people that are new to betting. And I can't tell you enough how incredibly important that is, because everyone here and new bettors understand what I'm saying. I think you'll get it, that it can be nerve-wracking at times. Like, if you're brand new to sports betting, say your state just opened up, or you've just never done it, right? It's one of those things like when you're in class and you're kind of new to the school or whatever, and everyone asks questions or talks, whatever, and like, you don't want to ask like the dumb question or the simple question. First off, there are no dumb questions. I assure you on that. Number two, every single one of us, this is why I love the sports betting community. Every single one of us at one point or another have asked that same question. I have asked that same question. There was a time I was asking all of those. So I say all that to say this. One, you have the best chat in the game for real that will absolutely help and will care and wants to help. Number two, anyone on our show will definitely help as well. But I say all that to say, ask those questions. Ask them every single time. I swear to you, there is no dumb question. There's no simple question, because, again, we've all asked it at one point, and everybody wants to work together. That's also the best thing about sports betting, is that it's us against the books, right? So ask them, because I'm telling you, you're going to ask a question that is going to be really, really good. And everyone looks at things from different ways, and everyone bets in different ways. People bet team totals. People bet spreads. People bet props. People bet game straight up money line, right? Like, everyone finds these angles, and you might have a look that none of us are looking at, right? Like, you might be all about stolen bases. Like, for me, everyone's probably noticed now that my style of betting is, one, it's aggressive. Two, all right, I like to find simple avenues and attack them. College baseball, no one bets college baseball, right? We can find advantages there, all right? Number two, the no-fly zone, quarterback interceptions. Nobody bets those, right? Like, we can find advantages there, and I understand how to break down tape. I'm not saying that I could walk in, an SEC or an NFL team and break down tape with those guys. I'm not saying that at all. But I do understand how to break down tape, and I've done it for a while, and you can get a good look. So what I'm saying is, ask those questions, drop your ideas. Trust me, Drop your ideas because the one that you think is dumb is going to be the one that helps out everyone else. And that's exactly how we all get better together. So definitely do it. I want to make sure. And if anybody is brand new and you want to ask a question or talk privately, I swear to you, tweet me at Allan Bell 247. We could talk absolutely privately and we could do that. We want to make sure that everybody that's brand new is good, right? Like, let's all get everyone to the same level and go have some fun. So, yeah, I was yapping on that one. Elliot says, favorite drink is expired Red Bull. I'll also say this. Here's another one. I don't drink as much of Monster here, but the juice, I think it's Mango Loco, solid and also not expired. So, yeah, that's definitely what we look for here. Let's see what else that we have. Let's see. Here's a good question. Tracy Morgan. What site can I find some of Bucket's bets? Because I can't find them on FanDuel, DraftKings. Thanks. Dude, that's an excellent question. So Caesars and BetMGM are really good at soccer bets, especially international. Check those out for sure. MLS as well. But yeah, Caesars, BetMGM, those are generally your best ones there. Rex says, AB, there are dumb questions. You forgot about buckets and EC. That's pretty good. I like that one. Let's see. Is to go the yard not a dumb comment? Buckets. I I absolutely love buckets playing those games because the guy generally doesn't know, but he does, and he has fun for sure with those. Let's see. Joe says tweet, but don't DM. Okay, so here's a good question, or not really a question, but so ever since the bots came back on Twitter heavy, like if I've missed your DM, it's because I have 9,000 of them. I just get DMs after DMs of all these bots, and they're insane. And it's hard to it's just hard to go through because there's so many of them. So if I've missed your DMs, I apologize. Yeah, tweet me. It's so much faster than that. Let's see here. Let's see. George says, yeah, MGM has a search box. Yeah, MGM's really good. It's really good for those. Caesars is really good as well. Let's see what other questions we have in here. Alicia says, I've learned so much watching the show. First off, glad to hear that. Number two, what I love about it is that like I learn a lot from you all, like in the chat, honestly. Like I learn a lot from the other guys on the show. Mike, Sia kills these first fives. Like that's another thing is that again, everybody kind of finds their own angles, and that's the best part is that you could kind of pick up on them. Now, some of them you might like, some of them really aren't like for you. You know what I mean? But that's the best part is that you just never know. And somebody can drop one randomly, and you start to take a look, and you realize that you kind of know it better than most people might. So, yeah, that's why I always say, man, drop that stuff in for sure. There's seriously no such thing as a dumb question, as a dumb answer. Let me show this. Let's see, even me. Yeah, Cap, even me. Let's see. All right, I want to show another thing here real quick. Hang tight 1 second. So I on top of SportsLine, but personally, I keep a pick tracker of everything that I have because I know that, I'll have picks on the show, I'll have picks on SportsLine, I'll have picks on CBS Sports HQ. Let me show this as well, and I'll drop the link in here so that everybody can keep track of it. We've done it. Well, I mean, we track everything, but this tracker is for 2023. And let's see here. Let me pull it up so you guys can see. I want to make sure that everybody has access to it and can find it anytime that they need to. So let me drop the link. I share it here. Sorry, 1 second. Copy link. So you can access this at any time. There's the link in the chat right there. So I keep this updated, daily, right? So you can see we keep track of our units that we are up for this year, our hit percentage, and then I'm working on cleaning this up. All right, so live picks, what we just had on the show, I'll add those in there here, and then you can see the historicals, right? So this is everything that we've had, and it goes on and on and on and on. But when you scroll to the right, you can see total units won, lost. Like you could see the equations there. So if anybody ever wants to just kind of check and see what we have, I keep that running every single day. So if you ever miss the show, if you ever miss anything, man, man or woman, like feel free to bookmark that link, keep it, and I update that every day. I've been doing it. So that's where we sit right now. We're on the hunt to get to 50, to get up 50 units here. So you can see we're sitting at 46.75. And I'll show you last night did not help at all in regards to Olsen and Acuna, but that's why I'm coming back over the top with that one. So I wanted to show that and drop the link in there just so everybody can see in regards to that one. Bill Allen, what's up? What's up, my man? Good to see you, brother. Let's see, Dylan, do you put your two-teamer parlays in the parlay tab? Yep. You could see a lot of those, pretty much almost all of them in there. Like I said, it's not the most clean in terms of the tabs because a lot of these picks get used across, like say early edge, NHQ, and then fall into another bucket. So that's kind of the difficult part, but they're all there and they're all accounted for. But yeah, for the most part, like been living in that SportsLine or the early edge CBS Sports HQ, that one. That's where you'll see that one there. Let's see. Jeff says, we need an early edge episode of Jeopardy with Buckets, EC, and Amax just to see who finished the show the most in negative money. Dude, that would be absolutely hilarious. I would love that one. I would love that one. Another thing I wanted to bring up real quick. I've seen some questions in the chat in regards to the early edge in 5 and kind of like not a new direction, but we have Grace hosting now. And then I've seen some people say that the show feels rushed. So I'm glad that we're doing this because I definitely wanted to address that. So what we want to do is provide the in 5 for the podcast where it's 5 minutes because definitely people found balance and they wanted it that quickly. But also we want to do the show and have fun and not rush it, right? So that's why you've seen it jump from like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, right? Like trying to find the balance. And I believe that I found it. And I think soon we're going to start recording the podcast before the show, do it in 5 minutes. I'll upload it. And then we do the show and have as much time and as fun as possible. I think that's the best balance. So I'll keep you updated on that, but I wanted to make sure that everybody knew because I agree. And I saw the comment in the chat multiple days and multiple times that it felt rushed, and it did, right? Like it was trying to find that balance, and there really isn't a balance. I think the best answer is splitting it into 2 different entities and going for there. So I believe that's exactly what we're going to do because I believe that is going to, kind of the best of both worlds, right? Provide that for both sides. Elliot asks, AB, we're going to get the weather report with M Squared once he gets back from vacation. Yeah, 100%. Like, that's one thing that I push on Mike for sure. Not that I have to push on him, right? But, like, that's definitely one thing that is absolutely critical because I don't think anyone does it better in any brand of sports betting than Mike. Mike is so damn smart. Like, it's crazy, man. But, yeah, like, he's so good at it, and it's so helpful. So, 100%. Yeah, that definitely will. Let's see. It says you can't do a 5-minute show. Impossible. You can't do one with me either. I yap for sure. But, yeah, EC, dude, most definitely for sure with that one. Let's see. Do you have a breakdown of each sports with unit? Are you talking about for me specifically or SportsLine as a whole? Which one? Let's see here. Alan says, I live in California. The state is communistic towards legalization of sports betting, dude. Yeah, man. Like, not going political on any of that. But here's the crazy thing. So looking at the business of sports betting. It's massive. It's a $40 billion industry, and we don't have California, Texas, or Florida. Like, how much larger is this thing going to get, right? So many more states, especially those three that are huge. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, you specifically. Yes, so if you look in that document, you will see the units that are up and down. Yeah, so you'll see it between the sports. So when you click on each column, I don't have it pulled back up. I closed the numbers app there. But when you go through and look, absolutely, you'll see. And take a look at MLS, right? Like last year, we crushed in Major League Soccer. Both teams have scored. Dude, this year, I mean, you guys saw it at the beginning. I couldn't hit one of them. It was brutal, right? So I say that to say, if you go in that document and you look through, you will see parlays, negative units, MLS, negative units for sure. And like I said, working on cleaning that up because a lot of the picks fall in between multiple buckets and you don't want to put them twice. So that's why I didn't do that. But yeah, to answer your question 100%, yeah, you will definitely see on each column for sure. And if you have a better way too, like, let me also say this, like, I am not, what's the word I'm looking for? You're not going to rattle me, right? Like, in terms of if there's something that I do and you see a better way to do it, like, you're not going to hurt my feelings. I'm the least person that is sensitive. That's the word I was looking for. Like, if you see something, dude, say it, right? Drop it in the chat, whether it's something like that document that I'm doing, whether it's something about the show, about the schedule, anything. Like, I assure you, you will never, ever, ever hurt my feelings. If you come at, honestly, right? Like, if we need to fight because you just want to, yell, I mean, we could do that too. I'm kidding. But no, like, with any of that. So if you see anything that you would like done a different way, better way, more efficient way, please. I am all ears all the time for sure. Toxic says, someone drop that link again. Can't find it in the chat. Are you talking about the numbers link? Hang tight. I can get that for you. Oh, StatFox. All right. Hang tight. Yeah, I got you. 1 second. And this works across multiple sports too. So I'll drop this here. These are the game matchups for everything that's Major League Baseball. Play around with the site for sure, because there's a lot. You will want to get yourself used to it. But yeah, it's a great site. Like, I give them a ton of credit. I use them heavily. They are a great site for sure. LC, awesome. Thank you. I told you a lot during college baseball World Series. Awesome. LC, hey, so glad to hear that. And that run, College World Series, like, it was a ton of fun for sure. It was a crazy college baseball season, especially the books. Like, they just completely dropped us off. They start 1 week into the season, and then they just say, all right, you're not going to get any totals anymore. You're not going to get any run lines anymore, just money lines. And money lines in college baseball are like minus 800. So it was like we had to start doing parlays. That's why you'll see in that document too, like the parlays, college baseball that were at the beginning of the year, they were crazy. Like, it sits at a negative unit balance from those because it was insane. The books just completely stopped giving it to us. So it was nuts, man, for sure. But yeah, absolutely, for sure. L3Z says, where are the picks at for today's games? Hang tight 1 second. So I'll put mine back up here. Give me 1 second. I had too many things shared here in StreamYard. Let me put mine up so that you can see it. Pouring up some vodka and Faygo today. Oh, nice. All right. Yeah. Only 3 from me. Hey, do you like the American flags? All right, I like that. All right, Braves team total over 4.5. Matt Olson over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Ronald Acuna over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs as well. Go through here and see what we have. That's what we have from the morning show. So there you go. All right, so I'll drop that there. Yeah, man. So that's what we had. Let's see. Eric David says, you guys got to continue doing the Thursday, Sunday, and Monday night shows before the NFL primetime games this year. That's phenomenal. 100%. Those are not going anywhere. We're also going to have Twitter Spaces, as long as Twitter is a thing, I guess. Yeah, like, those are not going anywhere. Not to mention, we're also going to have, and we're adding one former NFL coach and college football coach to those broadcasts. So get ready for that. And he's going to help so much in terms of the way we break down film for the no-fly zone, right? The way we break down props, all kinds of things. He's going to give a perspective of having been an NFL offensive coordinator, of having been a D1, Power 5 offensive coordinator. So, yeah, we're going to add that as well. But, yeah, like that's not going anywhere. You're going to see so much more in terms of how we're going to try to just get better, man, at hitting bets, right? Because that's all we want to do. We've had a great summer because we've gotten better and more efficient at our game and how we're using the data, and we're going to continue to do that. So hopefully everyone has seen that so far, and yeah, you're going to get a ton more on that one. Let's see. What else do we have here? Dylan says the no-fly zone picks crank me up. Dude, me too. I love them. Like, and that's the best part is like, I love how everybody is specific, right? Like they can get down on their style of bets, prop stars in terms of running back props, right? In the NFL, but shying away from, receiving yards in regards to them. Like everybody's specific, and you're going to see more and more built in for that one for sure. Let's see. Any live betting NFL shows during halftime? All right, so here's the problem. NFL halftimes are 12 minutes. And I used to work for an NFL team, right? Like not on the coaching staff, but like just the actual organization. And halftimes, man, like players barely have time to get a drink. You know what I mean? Like there's no time at all. So it's tough to do that. However, if it's something people want, like definitely down for it. We'll have to figure it out. But that's the hard part is that NFL halftimes are just so quick. They're just so fast. Let's see here. Allan says locked in Atlanta team total 4.5. Was it 5? Boom. Love that one. Let's see. Any odds from Buckets chokes? Hot dog number 8 and Fran eats it. Yeah, you know what? We've had enough of dogs and people throwing up old school early edge. Crew members will remember that one from back in the day. Let's see. Eric says got to get DK to offer the punt props. Dude, yes. They gave up on those as well. That one was brutal, man. Like we were cashing on those and they gave up on us quick on that one. Joe says, AB promised me coaches marching orders. It's been too long. Hang tight. You have your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For AB, everyone in the early edge crew, I'm running out of people to list because it's just us. I hope that was good. I couldn't finish it all, but I hope that was all right. DM Buck says Snoopy. Yeah. Severance's dog Snoopy. He had a poor little accident live on the show, which was a top 3 all-time funny moment on the early edge. Zachary says top home run prop. I'll tell you what. Let's pull this back up here. Let me get this screen pulled up. I mean, for me, I'm going with Matt Olson for sure. I think that he could take Bieber deep tonight. God, and here's the other thing, too. All right, hold on one second. Let me bring this so everyone can see this here. Let's see. Expand just a bit more. StreamYard. Boom. Okay, all right, there we go. So, all right, that is, you'll see the top 5 player home runs in terms of, these are all from the SportsLine simulations here. So top 5 players that will run today, stolen bases, and pitching K props, as well as for tomorrow. So take a look at that one. Keep that handy for tomorrow there. All right, so I'm going Olsen. Here's the tough part. This is betting. This is gambling. Last night, Acuna, feet away from a home run. Matt Olson, feet away from a home run. And we missed both props. We had over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Missed both of them. And both of them were right there to hit bombs just feet away. It's crazy, man. Like, it's betting. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. It sucks. Nobody likes to lose bets. But, yeah, I was upset. And then it's like, you just laugh. You're like, what can you do, man? Like, what can you do? For sure. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Dude, great stat here. All right. Ohtani's homered in 3 of his last 4 games where he pitched. Great stat. am Kareen on that one. Sammy H says, can we do this once a month? 100%. 100%. I've been meaning to do this for a while. I know I've said it on Twitter. Yes, we can absolutely do this. We need to, because I think it is helpful for sure. And I'll tell you what, I'll start planning the next one. We'll get a date set that we can all do this and we all know it well ahead of time. And I'm going to drop you guys the links to the show. If you want to come on, if you want to make a pick, do it. If you want to come on and ask a question, do it. Now, you could, stay in the chat. You don't have to come on live to ask a question, but I'm going to open that up too. And if anybody has anything that they want to walk through on the site, we could do that too. I'll sit here for 5 hours and do it. You know what I mean? Like, if it's helpful, I'll keep going. Now, I'll reach a point where I'm rambling and everybody's like, all right, dude, all right, stop that. But can absolutely do that one for sure. All right, here's another good question. Why isn't AMAGs on more? So, all right, here's the tough part. We have so many people that there's only so much time, right? And let me say this. You'll also see that we've standardized our times for the morning show and for in 5. All right. We reached 2 months ago on the morning show. We were getting close to 40 minutes. Now, I loved everything about it, but I look at our numbers every day, every month, month over month, year over year, all of it, right? Break down our numbers of total viewers, per episode to see the things that are working that people like, to see the things that aren't working that people don't like and get rid of them, right? There was absolutely a line that 32 minutes was essentially the line between this is probably enough. Now, it also doesn't help that it, was May, right? So you don't have a ton of sports that you're betting on. Like, it would be different in, say, October when you have college football, the NFL, the NBA starting up, the NHL, Major League Baseball postseason. I mean, you could go for 2 hours, you know what I mean? Because you have so many plays. But for right now, I say all that to say this. There's only so many spots. I can't even find a spot for myself on the morning show, right? Because we want to bring some consistency with the people that are on those. So, yeah, like, trust me, I want AMAGs Martel. I want everybody. There's just only so many spots. And there was definitely a line to where the shows were I'm not going to say too long, but you could definitely tell a drop off. You know what I mean? And I wasn't too worried about it, about our numbers. You guys make our numbers phenomenal, but I definitely didn't want to provide a product across the early edge that people would get tired with towards the end. I want these shows to be concise, the perfect amount of time to where we all get everything that we need. We don't need another minute and we don't waste a minute. You know what I mean? So feel free to drop in. Like, if you like shows that went longer, tell me. You know what I mean? Like, that's how, honestly, a lot of this stuff gets mapped out, is basically I use the numbers and the data to see what people like, what people don't like. So never, like, I'm telling you, anything with the Early Edge brand, don't ever feel, not ashamed, but like, don't ever hesitate to drop that in. Like, I'm telling you, I read every single comment. I see every single comment, and they're valued. They're absolutely valued. I assure you on that one, because without you, I mean, we don't have a show. So, you know what I mean? Like, whatever you see that you like, that you don't like, especially if you feel strong about it, you know what I mean? Like, drop that in for sure. I swear to you, I will read it. I read every single one of them. So yeah, let me know for sure on that one. Let's see if we have anything else. Yeah, look, I'll tell you what, we'll hop off. I mean, we've gone for an hour. It's a holiday. I don't want to keep you guys. I know you guys have families, you have fireworks and everything for tonight. But yeah, if you have any questions from this show, anything that we've brought up, please tweet me at Allan Bell 247. Don't send a DM because it might be tough to find that. But I swear to you, tweet me. I promise I will get back to you. And whether it's something that, if you want to talk privately, if you're new to betting or you're experienced at betting, right, and you have different looks or different things that are frustrating or anything, I'm telling you, ask. Please ask. We can do it privately. We can do it publicly. We can do it live here on the chat. Anything. I swear to you. Please come to me. And yeah, this is your show. And I know people say that, and it comes off as just, blowing smoke. It's not. Like, this is absolutely your show. So anything that you see that you like, that you don't like, tell me. I'm telling you, like, you are 100% listened to all the time. I assure you on that one. I spend a lot of time reading through, and hopefully you'll see, like, you'll see things that are brought up 2 weeks ago, and you'll start to see them kind of flesh out. You know what I mean? So I assure you, you're listened to, you're cared for deeply, because you all are just the truth. So, all right, we'll end that one. Yeah, everybody, thank you so much. We will get back at it tomorrow, normal time, 10 a.m. Eastern. Like I said, tweet me if you have anything. Shoot, I'll give you my cell phone number. You can text me if you have questions or you want to talk privately about beginning sports betting, anything with it. Yeah, hit me up. But yeah, we'll plan the next one. We're going to do this. I like this. We'll do this once a month. We'll do it more than once a month if we need to. But till then, everybody, 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. Let's hit these bets tonight. Let's crush them. Let's talk on Twitter. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.